Hello, and this is now the second video for my game of my Orcs versus some vampire accounts. And this is just starting off showing the picture of the big battle we're having at the top. Um, I'm really not wanting to engage, but I'm kind of having to if I want to get some points here. Alright, so Orcs turn 4. In the combat in the bottom, I kill a bunch more zombies. I win combat, and they crumble all around, so the Vargolf's down to 1 wound now. I have 2 chariots slam into the side of the ghouls while my 1 chariot survives going through the swamp to charge in the front. After that, I win combat. I even kill a vampire with my 2 heroes because no challenge was issued. My BSB and my general have now pulled back, and I'm waiting to now join in that one other night goblin into the side of the chariot there of his corpse cart. But I'm going to have to wait for that for next turn. And at the very top, my 1 wolf chariot rallied, and it's looking to go and join in and hit into those knights to finish them off. But I'm in some trouble here because he's now whittling me down. I've been saved so far because of steadfast, but those orcs are at the point where they're about to break, so that's no good. Vampire accounts turn 4. At the bottom, I beat him again. He's getting a little bit unlucky with his thunderstomps with his Vargolf just rolling a 1 and then failing the wound. But at any rate, the Vargolf is dead, and those zombies won't last long. I'm whittling away at those ghouls in the center, but unfortunately I failed fear because my general's so far away, so I actually lost. Luckily my night goblins held, but the 1 chariot broke and ran all the way off to the side. And then when he beat me in that combat, he beat me by enough so that the orcs fled. They got ran down by the knights, and then the knight hit that chariot to send it further back. So that's why it's back where you see it there now. And then his unit combat reformed to face my night goblins. So I got to make sure to go and try and tie those guys up right away. Here's just another picture of this combat, and actually he hadn't moved them at this point yet. He is going to turn his big Death Star around, but yeah, the Death Star kind of has my guys pinned in, so my general and my BSB are going to have to be a little bit careful here. Okay, Orcs turn 5. At the bottom, my Orcs beat his zombies and kind of face the center. In the center there, I'm starting to beat his ghouls. I'm passing fear because I ran my characters over, so I'm just kind of slowly whittling them down. In the big combat, I join in another unit of night goblins. I destroy the 1 cart, kind of move over to be touching the other one, so that's good. Now that the original night goblin unit, it's starting to get to the point where it's almost going to be gone, but at least I can hopefully hold them in with the other unit. And actually in this turn, I really debuffed his main unit there. I mean, it was netted. I got the 1 spell off from heaven so that they were -1 a hit. Another one where all 6s had to be re-rolled. But unfortunately, I miscast 1 with my general, and he lost his magic levels. So no, there'll be no more casting from him. Some good news, though, is that my rallied chariot hit into his knights and wiped them out. And here's just another picture of this combat here. Alright, now we're down to Vampire Counts turn 5. In the ghoul combat in the center, he's down to just 2 more, so I almost have them finished off. I almost go and destroy his corpse cart there. It's just down to 1 wound. And my night goblins actually probably should have broke, but I roll insane courage, so that's great. That's going to hold them up for another turn. Orcs turn 6. My squig herd is now in that 1 building, so that's why they're at their side there. My characters have joined back to the bunker. I've destroyed his last 2 ghouls in the center. And what happened in the main combat is that I destroyed the 1 corpse cart of his. He beat me into combat, and because my night goblins weren't touching his main unit, when my other night goblins broke, we didn't really know how to handle it. So the way that we did it is that basically my big unit of night goblins were no longer in combat, and then his Death Star went to go chase off my night goblins and failed to catch them. So that's what happened here. And so looking at this picture here, now there isn't very much he can do. I mean, I've pulled everything away, and either he can go and try and charge my 1 unit of night goblins and hope I fail my steadfast, or he can try and charge the night goblins, hope to catch them. But either way, they're not going to be getting a lot of points. So vampire counts turn 6. He charges the night goblins. I flee and get away. The building is impassable, so I have to run around it. They kind of just run over there, and he could have passed leadership to hit my other night goblin unit, but there's really no point. Like as I said, I'd have a rerollable leadership 9, and even though I failed that in my last battle, the chances were fairly low. So that was it. So adding up the points, turned out to be a victory for my orcs. I was actually surprised at how very little he actually destroyed of mine. It was really just the one orc horde at the top, the one unit of the night goblins, because that fleeing one still counts as being still in. He destroyed a couple of chariots, 2 boar ones and 1 wolf one, and that's really it. And then otherwise, I destroyed everything but his 1 Death Star. So that was it. Some things that I think he learned from this battle is there's no reason to have those characters of his on horses, and that actually took away from him because, of course, having those units taking up 2 ranks, that meant he had less Graveguard able to attack. He also learned from this, he didn't pay for it, but that you don't get that look out, sir, when you have cavalry and infantry units anymore. So I'm pretty sure in his next battle he's going to be changing that around, and then that unit's going to be a lot more deadly as he gets a lot more Graveguard attacks. But either way, we had a lot of fun here. There's a lot of big fights all the way across the board. Again, I have to realize that rivers are extremely evil, and I have to avoid them like the plague. And yeah, another nice win for Gandork. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll be back with another one probably next weekend. Okay, bye.